What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley Cairo if you guys are new, and if you are a returning subscriber, I'm so glad that you guys are back for another video. If you guys have not been following along on Instagram, you would have seen that we've had a really busy summer with traveling and Kyle coming back and forth, and I feel like continually cleaning the house, and I've gotten it down to a really good rhythm of being able to clean the whole house either in one day or splitting it up in 2 days, which is what this video is going to be. So in this video, I'm giving you guys my tips on cleaning. I kind of share two different routines if you wanted to make it a 1 day clean with me or a 2 day clean with me, depending on your schedule. I also share how I kind of keep the house in order with some just like weekly routine hacks. So I'm super excited for this video. I also want to say thank you to HelloFresh for partnering with me on this. They have been a lifesaver with me not having to go to the grocery store so much because I can just make my meals right at home. Everything is sent to my door. And on weeks when I have to get the house super ready, deal with work, do all of these things, HelloFresh is super helpful. I'm going to be sharing more about HelloFresh in just a minute, but let's get into this clean with me.
I always start with putting things away visually. The clutter can be really overwhelming when you're actually trying to clean, and there's totally a difference between picking up and tidying up versus cleaning, and the tidying has to come before the actual cleaning. So if I have laundry, I will always start with that. I typically start in the bedroom. So I will fold the immediate laundry that has to be done, or kind of do another load while I'm folding this other stuff, because I live with Josh, and then when Kyle's also here, you know, we've got like 3 of us who work out, and we end up with a ton of laundry. I also had some new clothes that I had got from American Eagle, so I just needed to fold those and actually put them away in my closet. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I film these videos, I tend to fold super fast and clean fast because I know that I'm going to be speeding the video up, and subconsciously I clean faster. So I don't know what that's about, but it helps me be more efficient. So I start putting all of the clothes away once I'm finished folding and sorting. I pick up anything that is dirty. We just kind of circulate laundry baskets as our hampers for right now. It's kind of what's working best. And then I will go and put all of the clothes away. I let Josh put his own clothes away, but I'm not even gonna lie, I do fold a lot of his laundry. And then I will move on to other surfaces. I totally have surface syndrome. If I have a surface, it gets covered in a few days. It's what happens. We've also been traveling a lot and doing a lot of day trips, so I've accumulated a lot of makeup bags and travel bags that have product in them and sunscreen and other things for the summer. So I needed to just kind of clean that off. Plus, when Kyle does come home, I like having the vanity cleared off so that way he can put his toiletries and his belongings here as well, so that way I don't feel like I'm just taking up all of the space. We spend so much time in the kitchen between recipe development for the different companies that I work with and my own ebooks and meal prep, and my brother is literally one of the best chefs I know, and we're constantly cleaning the kitchen. So this is something that happens daily. We wipe down the surfaces, I vacuum in here, I sweep, just because it just gets crazy. Like, I can't even explain it. It could be like super clean 1 second, and then the next it's like, what just happened? So I'm constantly using a multi-purpose cleaner on here, and then I use microfiber towels because I want to be as eco-friendly as possible, but it's also very cost effective because I can just throw them in the washing machine. I also love magic erasers because my freezer, my sink, for whatever reason, I think it needs to be resealed. It just gets really scratched and things stick to it very easily, so I like to just freshen it up. I also have always used just toothbrushes to clean. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I find it really helpful. And yes, I did straighten up before I started doing our HelloFresh meal prep, because my grandmother always told me that you should start with a clean kitchen because it makes the cleanup that much quicker and you have a much more efficient working space. And I've just adapted that habit, and I'm so glad that I did because it really is the best. One of the other great things about HelloFresh is that all the scraps and everything, the extra packaging, I almost said packaging like I was from like the Midwest, you can just throw it in the ingredients bag and then you're good to go. You have an easy cleanup. So I'm not going to lie, it has been a very busy summer between the traveling and managing the house, making sure that all of my work is done, spending time with Kyle when he is able to come home, and just keep the house clean and get my work done. Like, I have been a little stressed. So HelloFresh is super helpful because not only does it cut out the time that I need to go to the grocery store, plan everything out, make a meal that's really extensive and time consuming and have a crazy cleanup, or HelloFresh can just deliver everything right to me. And the meals are actually so simple to make. They all take less than an hour. You never end up needing more than like 1 or 2 pans or pots. So it's super simple. Some of the stuff is even like one sheet or like one baking sheet for the whole thing, which is amazing. I love that. So this is great too because it lets us be more culinary. We're not just eating like meal prep food all the time, which if you follow me on Instagram, which you totally should, you guys know I'm a big meal prep person. And what's also nice about HelloFresh is that I can treat it like meal prep and make all of the recipes that I purchase at one time and then eat it throughout the week, which is really convenient. So you only have to cook technically one time. If you guys have ever wanted to try HelloFresh, this is the perfect opportunity because you can receive $80 off of your first month using HelloFresh, clicking the link down below and using my code HalesHealth80 at checkout. Guys, seriously, it's a no-brainer. You're going to spend that much in groceries anyway, so why don't you do something that's more convenient? You know you're getting quality ingredients. It's healthy. It's so easy to follow. You save time, and everybody's going to love it. Plus, like, your boyfriend's going to be like, wow, you're such a great cook, babe. Trust me, it's a win-win situation. So since it was just me and Josh this night, I decided to do the Korean bibimbap. This is something that I know Josh was going to love because he's huge with the Asian food. So it was super easy to make. And that's what I also really love is that it's really high-end, like culinary food, but it's so simple to make. And when I got his stamp of approval, let me just say that was enough for me because he is such a good cook and, such a good chef that I really did want his opinion. And he said it was really yummy. And then Kyle ended up having this for leftovers the next night when he came home. And then throughout the weekend, we also did the crispy Parmesan chicken, and we also made the pork tenderloin with the cherry sauce. Wow. So good. You guys can see how we did those recipes up on my vlog that is coming out very soon. It was a weekend vlog, so definitely check that out if you want to see any of the other HelloFresh recipes that we made this weekend. I seriously loved how this turned out. It was so delicious. I see why it is one of HelloFresh's like most popular recipes. My brother also really loves Asian food, so this was perfect because he literally ate like half of this and it was a 4-serving meal. And then the cleanup was super simple. And I'm also a big advocate of like cleaning as you go if you can. So I just put the leftovers into some meal prep containers and wiped down our stove, washed the only 2 dishes and pans that I used. Cleanup was about 5 minutes. Kid you not. If I was actually doing like a full-on trying to find recipes and cookbooks and all that jazz between putting away ingredients and whatnot, it would have probably taken me like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Not even kidding. So super easy. Could leave it out for Josh when he got home, and like I said, he absolutely loved it. Then I am going to move on to the next rooms. Like I said, I don't clean the surfaces yet. I wait to do all of the cleaning at a later time. This is going to be like a 2-day clean with me. So the first day is mostly just going to be tidying up, and I'm moving on to our family room, folding up the blankets, rearranging the pillows. Apparently we were doing yoga. I don't know what was going on there. And yeah, it's getting everything kind of just cleaned up, moving glasses, taking away wrappers. There's a paper towel underneath the couch. And then the dining room, which was like a makeshift workspace for that week because we're getting some work done in the basement where my office is. I just had paper and all kinds of things. And one of the best things I can say about managing like paperwork and stuff is I start with things that I know I immediately need to move, whether that's file or throw out. And then I move on to the bigger stuff, like the things that I'm going to be using day to day, like my planner and my pen pouch and my budget system and like all of those things. I also had a ton of receipts laying around that needed to be filed. And sometimes if I get overwhelmed with paperwork, I'll just either binder clip it all together and put it in my office and deal with it at another time. I just really like to have it visually out of the way. And I like having this ottoman up here because for things that I utilize every morning, like my devotional and journals that I don't want to be always like carrying up and down from the office, I leave it up here in the dining room and it's out of sight and I can always just bring it out. I am just going to wipe this down real quick because this is where we eat and it just kind of made sense for the day. All right, it is day 2, and I usually do these deep cleaning days the day that Kyle is scheduled to come home. I just find that that really makes sense for us, and I am very much a stickler of doing like legitimate cleaning, like disinfecting, scrubbing, the whole 9 yards. I don't mind it. I know some people probably aren't like huge fans of it, but I just love having a super clean house. So I have a couple different products that I use for cleaning the toilets, cleaning the showers. If I'm going to be scrubbing the showers, to be honest, I really like to get like in the shower and like have a shower and then use a brush and some like more natural products to clean. But occasionally you need to go in with like the heavy duty stuff. So I have like a long brush that I can use, and then we have a detachable shower head. So I'm able to just rinse it off, which makes it super easy. In my old shower, I had to like use a bucket and it was a pain. So this is super convenient. And then I do have another bathroom to clean, but once I'm finished, I usually can just hang that brush up there to dry. So it really works out nice. It only takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to clean the bathrooms, which is awesome because I really don't want to spend too much time in there. Plus the scents start to kind of like bug me. I try to use as much natural products as I can, but sometimes, like I said, you do have to go in there with the more nitty gritty things. So it happens. And then I move on to Josh's bathroom. I do all the surfaces. Floors are always last for me because as you clean, it's like you're wiping dust off, you're wiping particles. So there doesn't really make sense to do the floors until after all the surfaces are done. I use paper towels for cleaning the toilets. I don't want to use a rag and then like wash it. I don't know. I'm weird about it, but yeah, so I clean every single thing. Once all of the surfaces are done, I move on to the floors. So I vacuum a few times a week and I mop once a week. So I love this little vacuum. It has a 360 head, so it gets into all the areas super easy. It's very, very convenient to maneuver and carry around because it's so lightweight. And I love that. It makes it super easy to vacuum multiple times a week because I used to have this other vacuum that was like a huge clunker, and carrying it up and down the stairs and everything, it was such a pain, and it just kind of like made me not want to vacuum. So I will vacuum all of the rooms, including the bathroom, and then I'll go in with a mop. And I love this one because it has washable pads, so it's more eco-friendly. I'm not using like throw out pads or yeah, I guess they're called pads, and it has like the solution in there. And I love how quick drying this is. I used to have a mop and it was always like you had to be careful of where you walked and everything, but this one is perfect for that. I always start in the like farthest corners of the house and work my way back so that way I can not have to be like walking all over it. And then I move into the bathrooms. You can get into all the little nooks and crannies with this thing because the head rotates as well, so it's super convenient. And then we keep moving through the house. I also really like that I can get in between all of my stair spindles because I have those on our second floor, and it makes it so that I don't have to get on my hands and knees and actually get the dust out.
So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I clean the house. I hope you guys took some tips away. I'm gonna have everything linked down below for you, as well as how you can get $80 off your first month using my code at checkout with HelloFresh. Also, if you see down in the description box, there is a link to sign up for notifications for the Back to School series because it is here, it is in full swing, and I'm so excited for it this year. It is bigger and better than ever, and I want you guys all to be a part of it. So don't forget to click that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and follow along on Instagram because I also have some freebies releasing on Instagram in the next few weeks for back to school recipes, tracking guides, and just how to stay healthy while being a student or being a parent of kids who are in school and your schedule is doubling up. So with that, I hope you guys are having a great rest of your summer, and I will see you in the next video.